Let's all hope that Week 16 continues on the same exact path as Week 15. That would be awesome. Hi everyone, welcome back to Just Jake Reviews, review albums, movies, and sports games. And today we are back with another predictions episode. We have NFL Week 16, the third to last week of the season. So these last 3 weeks are very important in the case that we are looking for which teams are going to the playoffs, which teams aren't. We kind of have an idea of who's going, who's not. So not every game really matters. So this predictions episode is going to be kind of different. I'm still doing the same thing where I'm ranking, 16-1 every game, all that stuff. But I think it's easier to rate I think it's easier with these final 3 weeks to rank every game because not every game matters. So of course the games that have 2 eliminated teams are going to be last. So the games I put at the bottom are games that don't matter, and then we have the games in the middle, games that still don't matter because it's like one playoff team facing a non-playoff team. And then, of course, you have some games where, there are some good games and some good playoff teams. So, all that fun stuff. So, not every game matters. Still going to give you my pick, of course. And, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the video. 3, 2, 1, go. Number 16, the worst game of Week 16. We got the Jets versus the Saints. I mean, there's a few games this week that don't matter. This game, cool. Like, no one really cares. I'm taking the Saints. Tyler Shuck has been playing good football the past 2 weeks. They're actually on a 2-game winning streak when the season doesn't matter anymore, which is kind of funny. This Jets team isn't looking good. Brady Cook played. He scored a touchdown last game, which is pretty impressive. Who knows what he'll do this game? I assume he'll finish the season out. But no, give me the Saints. Tyler Shuck wins 3 in a row. I could definitely see that happening. This game doesn't really mean anything. Both teams trying to get a high draft pick. But if Tyler Shuck continues to play like this throughout, the whole rest of the year and next year, the Saints could be kind of a good team next year. But that's a whole different video for another day. But the Saints, they could be good. Number 15, the Falcons versus the Cardinals. My personal hell. These two teams I absolutely can't frickin' stand. And I have to watch them play versus each other on Sunday, which sucks. Both teams are eliminated. No one really cares. This could be an upset. I'm taking the Cardinals. I'm taking Arizona. I know Falcons are, I would say yes, they're still the better team. Bijan Robinson is, still playing great. Drake London hasn't played in a little while. It's not looking good for Kirk Cousins. I mean, both these teams are very, very not good this year. Very frustrated, very inconsistent. Arizona won't win a game at all because Brissett keeps throwing, a lot of passes, but they can't win. I think, now the Cardinals played actually really well last week. If Jacoby Brissett finds Marvin Harrison Jr. and finds Trey McBride, because Trey McBride was responsible for all the Cardinals' damage last week, like him doing good. If you just find Trey McBride and you just find Marvin Harrison Jr. finally, I think you get this game done. I think you guys get this game done. You guys can stop Bijan. It's going to be tough because the Jets couldn't do it. You guys, stopping Bijan will be tough, but besides that, nothing really else. But no, if you guys find Trey McBride and Marvin Harrison Jr., I think you guys win this game. I'm not sure if I'm cheering for you guys, but so I'm going the Cardinals. It also just adds on to the Falcons hate a little more, because why not? Let's make it interesting. Number 14, the Vikings versus the Giants. Once again, we're getting through all the games that don't matter. Vikings-Giants. I am actually taking the Vikings. This Giants team, while I do want to root for them and I do want to pick them to win a few games to win, this team just can't win. And it really sucks because I actually do want them to win because I do think the Raiders deserve the first overall pick and not the Titans or the Giants because they already have a QB. The Raiders need a QB. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Mendoza could go first overall pick. But I'm going to go Vikings. JJ McCarthy, basically pulling the New Orleans Saints. He's playing good when they don't need to, when it stopped mattering. Which is, finish out your season. Like do your thing, I don't mind. But I am gonna go Vikings. I just don't trust the Giants at all. So let's go Vikings. Number 13. This game does not matter. The Chiefs versus the Titans. A lot to unpack with this game. Tons to unpack with this game. So we could all finally, collectively, as an NFL family, watch the Chiefs stress-free. Because nothing they do is going to matter. The Chiefs, everything they're doing is just, let's just, let them do their thing. Nothing they do is going to matter. It's going to be beautiful and whatever. I am actually still taking the Chiefs. Gardner Minshew, I understand it's not Mahomes. I understand it's not Mahomes. Not many quarterbacks in the league are. But it is the Titans. It's still the Titans. Gardner Minshew is not that bad of a backup. And I think Gardner Minshew, he's good enough to beat the Titans. So, give me another Chiefs dub. I mean, they play the Raiders still, so I think Chiefs can get 2 more wins still and make their season not look totally bad. They can go 7-10, which is still okay. I understand it's going to be kind of a morning off season, but yeah, I'm still going the Chiefs. I think Gardner Minshew can get it done. Number 12, kind of had difficulty with this game. The Bengals versus the Dolphins. It's really hard to pick Cincy after what happened last week versus Baltimore. And, as much as I was riding the Dolphins train, even though they lost to Pittsburgh last week and they ended their losing streak, their mini winning streak, I'm actually taking Cincy. I think Cincy gets a bounce-back game. I think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase finally do something. I think it's in Miami, so it's warm, but I think they finally do something. I just want them to do something because not scoring 0 points kind of made me upset last week, so I'm going with the Bengals. And also, I forgot to say this. It is Quinn Ewers. They benched Tua. Mike McDaniel benched Tua. I actually saw an Instagram post last night saying that he said everything is on the table with benching or getting rid of Tua. So we're going to see Quinn Ewers play his first NFL start. Makes sense. This season is done now. But yes, I'm definitely going Cincy. All right, number 11. Now we're getting into the games where it's one playoff team versus one non-playoff team. Number 11, Chargers versus Cowboys. This game could realistically actually be pretty good. Chargers in the playoffs, good team. The Cowboys have to win out, and the Eagles have to lose out. That's how Cowboys can go to the playoffs. They have to win 3 in a row. Eagles have to lose all 3, which is tough. I am saying the Chargers. I'm picking the Chargers. Justin Herbert, this Chargers team is going to be a playoff team, which is pretty cool. I still believe they're shaky in some areas. The Cowboys, with how they played last week, I'm not saying Dallas had the worst season in the world because they didn't, but the reason that Minnesota beat you guys and lost, Minnesota beat you guys and they still missed the playoffs. I am taking the Chargers, but this game could be kind of good though. Let's just hope Cowboys have a good end of the season. George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, you guys can rebuild and get more young players, and you guys will have a really good offseason. Number 10, the Eagles versus the Commanders. Oh boy, wow. I'm going Philly. The Eagles actually played a really good game of football last week. I understand it was versus the Raiders. I'm well aware of that. This Commanders team is bad. Washington's awful. The Commanders are really poopy. Mariota, I'm not even saying he's the worst quarterback in the world. Some people can. I don't say that, though. But this team is really rough. And it's really, really frustrating with how they're playing. They won last week, which is pretty cool because the Giants can't win a game. But I am taking Philly pretty easily. Number 9 got a 4 o'clock game. Raiders versus Texans. Once again, riding that Texans train. I kind of am. Their defense is the best in the league and best in the world. Their offense is now starting to click a little bit. Amazing. This team could be a threat in the playoffs. So wait till January. This team could be a threat. I'm taking the Texans easily. If Kenny Pickett can't even score you a point, then you guys are in trouble. And you guys have been in trouble since week 4. Texans are going to win by 3 scores. This game's not going to be close. And if this game is close, then we got some talking to do. Number 8. This game is important. I'll talk about this game more. Number 8, the Browns versus the Bills. So, little FYI, little heads up, I will be at this game. I am going to this game in Cleveland, so not that far, so like an hour. I'll be at this game. In my recap video for week 16, I'll put up some videos and pictures at the end when I talk about this game. So I'm not gonna give you guys a whole vlog, but I'll show you guys footage and pictures in the next recap video. But no, Browns versus Bills, I'll be at this game. My second actual Bills game. Amazing. This game will be so fun. You don't know how important this game is for me. My favorite team of all time playing my hometown team where I live. Obviously, I'm surrounded by Browns fans. Browns fans are all around me. We've had a few of them on the channel. Great people. For the sake of me existing, for the sake of my well-being and me actually being a Bills fan, can we please not lose this game? Packers and Browns was already rough on me to begin with. Bills Dolphins was already rough on me to begin with. If we lose this game to Cleveland, if we lose this game, I will consider deleting the channel. I won't, but it's going to be a thought. It's going to be a thought in my head, which sucks. I'm done. I'm not even saying who I want to win. I'm not even saying who I think is going to win. Just so you know, it's going to be a rude awakening in the next recap video, depending on how that game goes. So watch out. And plus, still hate the Browns. I still hate them. You know, what the Bears did to them last week was awesome, but the Titans, yeah, I still hate them. I probably will stop hating them after this week, unless they beat us. But, yeah. Number 7, Monday Night Football, the 49ers versus the Colts. So, more Phillip Rivers. Yep. Yay. Give me the Niners. Yeah, this Niners team is playing sneakingly well. I understand they beat the Titans last week, but I feel like they're a pretty good team that no one's really talking about. I feel like Brock Purdy's actually finally found his groove. And while the Colts almost beat the Seahawks, I feel like Phillip Rivers, you know, I feel like all he's trying to do is just exist. All he wants to do is survive. He's kind of doing what Joe Flacco did. He's just like, I just want to survive. I just want to play football until I can't anymore, which I respect that. Not trying to win games. The Colts are on a huge fall off. I'm going Niners. Number 6, Sunday Night Football. The Patriots versus the Ravens. I'm not going to lie. So we know the Patriots have an easy schedule. We all know that. But this is actually not one of their easier games. I'm still taking New England because I hate Baltimore and they're frauds and they can't win. But this is actually not that easy of a game for Patriots. Baltimore could win this game. In Baltimore, I just feel like what Baltimore's doing right now is really bad. And I don't want to talk about it, but it really pisses me off how one of those two teams, Pittsburgh or Baltimore, have to make the playoffs. I really hate both teams. I'm going to keep saying it. I really hate the AFC North. Okay, I really hate the AFC North. It's really bothering me. It's making me not a happy camper. I don't like it. It makes me upset. Number 5, speaking of the AFC North, Steelers versus Lions. Please Detroit, please Detroit, please Detroit. Light these guys up. I need these guys gone. I need them gone. Here's the thing though, if I wish bad on Pittsburgh, then Baltimore is going to be in the playoffs. But I'm currently wishing bad on Baltimore, so Pittsburgh's in the playoffs. Why is the AFC North so bad? Give me the Lions. Please, just do your job correctly. I understand you have your shaky games, but just please do your job. Number 4, this game should not be very serious, but it is. The Bucks versus the Panthers. In terms of like playoff scenario and how important this game is, this game should be number 1. These two teams play each other one more time in Week 18. Divisional matchup, 7-7 versus 7-7. Yes, the Buccaneers are 7-7. Yes, the Carolina Panthers are 7-7. It's not a good season. So this game can go either way. I could see Carolina winning. I'm taking the Bucks just for my own good, just because I'm still a fan of this team. While they're not winning the Super Bowl anymore because of, you know, but I don't want to count them out though. I don't want to count them out because if they make the playoffs, because listen, once you're in the playoffs, your regular season record doesn't mean shit. Like your season in the regular season, your record, it does not matter once you're in the playoffs. Any game is any game. But give me the Bucks. I feel like they'll split. So I feel like Week 18 the Panthers will win. But this is in Carolina. But I'm going Bucks just for my own good. But Panthers could win this game and I wouldn't be shocked. Number 3, we have the second Saturday game. I forgot to mention the Eagles-Commanders was Saturday at 5 o'clock. We have the second Saturday game. The Packers versus the Bears. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. You want to do it again? You want to face us again? Well, you saw what we did to you guys 2 weeks ago, so you guys want revenge. Well, it's not going to happen. Go, Pack, go! I understand Micah Parsons out with an ACL sucks, and, you know, we're kind of an injured team. I just want 10 wins. Who cares what happens in the playoffs? Just give us 10 wins. Number 2, the Jags versus the Broncos. Well, I would say something about the Broncos right now, but I can't because they beat the Packers. I'm taking the Broncos. Bro, if Jacksonville's a good team. If the Jaguars win this game, that would be very impressive. If Jacksonville can get past that defense, that'd be amazing. I would love that. I am taking Denver. But if Jacksonville wins, I give you the biggest round of applause you've ever gotten in the last 25 years of your existence. So, but I'm going Broncos. I feel like it's only right to cheer for them and pick them after beating the Packers last week. I'll go Denver to make it up for it. And number 1 game of the week. This is actually crazy. The Thursday night football game is the best game of the week. I don't know how we got this treat on Thursday night football. The Rams versus the Seahawks. Wow. Amazing game. Amazing game, honestly. For a Thursday night football game, this game's insane. 10-3 versus 10-3, I think, if I'm not mistaken. No, sorry. Is it 11-3? 11-3 versus 11-3? I think it is. Oh, something like that. They have the same record. Division game, I am picking the Rams because for one reason, the Seahawks can't beat them. I don't know why. The Seahawks own every team in their division, right? Cardinals, whatever. Niners, whatever. But the Rams, whenever they face the Rams, I think Seattle beat them once already this year. When Seattle faces the Rams, there's a curve that's being hit. The Rams are just so good at football. The Rams' offense is fantastic. Amazing, amazing. Seattle's a great team too. Once again, this game can go either way. The fact we're getting this on Thursday is an absolute treat. Amazing game. I am taking the Rams because I believe they are behind the Bucks, I guess, they are the Super Bowl champions this year, which I would love that because any team can win it besides Kansas City, which I don't care. The freaking Jaguars can win it. If it's not, but obviously I want the Bills to win, but the Seahawks, could you imagine that? I'm going to flashback this to when I talk about the Super Bowl. Can you imagine the Bills winning the Super Bowl? My first year of doing predictions on YouTube. My first year. There's some content creators out there who would die to see their team win the Super Bowl. And they've been doing content for like 10 years. Shout out Tom Grossi, Packers fan. Guy's been doing content for God knows how long. Packers, man. All he wants in this. I feel like he's gotten everything in his entire life that he's ever wanted, except for a Packers Super Bowl. On YouTube. He's seen it before probably. But yeah, because they played the Steelers. On YouTube. But yeah, shout out to him. And yeah, that's going to be it for my Week 16 predictions. When I do the Week 16 recaps, the last game, I'm going to save Browns versus Bills for last, just so I could talk more in depth about the game and talk about, show some pictures and videos on screen of it and all that. But yeah, so this week's pretty exciting. A lot of games that don't matter, a lot of games that do matter, a lot of playoff scenarios. We're just going to see. We're going to have a lot of fun. And the regular season is coming down to an end. So, yeah. But, yeah, like, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff. We're trying to reach 100 subscribers. I would love that it's probably not going to happen by end of the year, but who knows. That'll be all for today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.